I'm not repeating what he said. I'm saying we care about the human rights of our own people, but we cannot do everything alone. There are third parties involved in the domestic crisis in Syria, and everybody knows these third parties. I may enumerate them by name, and I did it in the past, and I am willing to do it again. So now the picture is clear-cut and crystal-cut, known for the members of the Security Council. It's not unknown now anymore who are the players in the Syrian domestic crisis. The Syrian government is totally committed to guaranteeing the success of the mission of Kofi Annan. And we would like this mission to resume. And we are ready to continue our protection of their safety and security. This is part of our strategy, our national strategy. We will not change.
Ambassador, so just to
Please.
follow up, may I please follow up? I apologize. May I please follow up with respect to what you said in your position as a diplomat and the importance that every word that you say, as you've just said, how important everything you say is, and with the regard that you have to give to UN officials. I'm asking you, do you feel like these monitors were pulled from the field too soon? When
I don't think so. I don't think
injured?
so. I don't think so. There is no interest, neither nationally speaking nor internationally speaking. And Mr. Latsus told you that. There is no plan B. We should all focus on the success of the 6 points plan of Mr. Kofi Annan. Full stop. Yes, Madam.
What is being done to control the third force, and who do you think is behind it? I asked the President of the Security Council. He said we need to investigate the identity of the third force. But what actually can be done to stop the terrorist actions?
The government is doing its best in order to separate tackling the issue of the terrorist groups and the armed groups from the political process, because we have national legitimate opposition, peaceful national opposition, and it's a legitimate one. So we don't mix up everything and put everything, all the cards in together. We separate combating terrorist groups and armed groups from continuing the political process referred to in Kofi Annan's plan. So the third parties, we said it many times. Now it has been proven that suicide bombings took place everywhere in Syria. And the identity of these criminals were revealed on the Syrian TV. We have their names, we have their families who confessed, we have everything. We know their names, we know where they came from, how old they were. Yesterday the Syrian authorities arrested one girl, 18 years old, who used to travel to Turkey to receive instructions and to call Al Jazeera to give a wrong idea about what's going on in Syria. So it's a big mafia. It's not a small number of people. It's a big mafia manipulating everything, mixing up everything in order to diabolize the Syrian government. The issue is not protecting Syrian civilians for some guys in this council. The issue for them is to change the Syrian state. And they said it many times. For them, they don't care about the safety of the Syrian population and the Syrian people. They care only about how to get rid of President Assad, how to change the government. They call it regime. And they said that many ambassadors use the same term in front of you in here. So it is not anymore a secret for anybody that their main goal is not to help the Syrian people get back their safety and security. For them, they have different plans. They need to destroy the Syrian state and make the Syrian people suffering. Otherwise, how would you explain and expound the sanctions? Economic sanctions, European, American, Canadian, Australian. Why are these sanctions imposed on the Syrian people? If you want to help the Syrian people, you don't impose sanctions on the Syrian people. Why do you impose sanctions on the Minister of Electricity? What this poor guy did to the European and the Americans and the... What is this? This is an inanity. This is a nonsense. It doesn't make sense. This is not diplomacy. Thank you very much.